Money!
You got some money?
Yeah.
What's happening, everybody? So last video, we did the templates on, let's move this back here actually, right here. Last video we did the templates for the foam cabinets, and this time we're gonna be putting them together. A lot of people have been waiting for this, so I'm really excited to do this and get those cabinets installed in that thing. It's pretty sweet. So yeah, we're gonna get to it. Woo! For the flavor. Okay, so we got this pile of keepers. These ones I think we got to trim down, and those ones we got to redo, or these ones we got to redo. Those ones we got to trim down. I don't remember which, but she does. So we're gonna take care of these, and then get to the gluing and screwing.
Okay.
What? Are you filming now? She's taking over my show.
I have a time lapse going.
So we got a lot of really good suggestions on different methods to cut foam on the last video. Thank you all very much for that. This is working out just fine for us, so I think we're just gonna stick with this. There's no need to waste time and spend money on something that would barely improve this. I mean, this doesn't take very long, so we're just gonna keep doing it this way. But thank you all for your suggestions on the last video. Greatly appreciate it. So how long is this one supposed to be now? 15?
15, yeah.
Okay.
A bit, and then the box cutter slipped and went straight into my thigh, and it was sticking out of my thigh when I was walking around.
Into your thigh?
Yeah,
Did
and
it
then
bleed bad?
yeah, one of my coworkers think I was a nurse, so we went to the bathroom and we pulled it out. There was blood gushing everywhere.
Dang.
Had to get stitches and shit. It was bad.
Dang.
Yeah, there was so much blood everywhere on my pants, on the floor, and everywhere in the bathroom. We had to close down the bathroom for a full day to wait for the house team to come by and clean all shit up.
Wow. Okay, so we got just a couple little pieces left here to cut out, and then we're gonna be gluing these guys together. I don't think I need to include this clip actually, but I guess it is a good just so you know, like the dangers of razor blades or whatever. I guess everybody knows like not to stab yourself.
Well, no, you'll be surprised.
Just, yeah, be careful with these things, man. You can't just flail these things around all over the place. You know what I mean? It's not safe. Okay, so see how I made this cut, how it angles up like that? That's no good. No good at all. So what I'm doing is I'm holding this down. It would even be really smart if I held this down over it. Make enough room here. And I'm holding the blade down. Another way to do this is to sand it, but I don't want to mess with that. This seems so much quicker. So I'm just holding the blade straight, and I've got this straight edge here so that I don't cut into what I want. So that's nice and straight. Yeah. So this is just trimming off. It seems like this is so much faster than the sanding or anything like that. So let's check this out. Sorry for all the movement there, camera go. Looks much better. Look at that, nice and flat. It's not perfect, but I don't think it needs to be. So yeah, we're good to go. I guess we gotta put all this stuff back together in the van and double check everything and double check measurements for where our wood pieces are gonna go to connect everything. So we're gonna get on that now.
Okay, so, oh look, that's a...
This isn't gonna be fun. Okay, so we've got quite a few spots where we messed up and had to make some adjustments. That's why this part is so important. So I'm gonna go take care of these, and then we'll get it all the way together. I'm always looking for faster, more efficient ways to do everything that I do. And one way I found with this, say for instance, I've got a line I need to measure out, so I'll stick the tape measure down here, mark 3 points, and then I'll stick this guy on, line it up just right, and then look at my razor straight down to make sure that blade is perfectly straight, and then just slice it, and that's it. So we've got some areas here we got to cut out for the ribs, so I'm going to do pretty much the same thing, and just hold this guy down, and slice. And that's it. Now, lots of people suggested using all kinds of tools to cut this thing, hot wires, jigsaws, hot knives, all kinds of stuff. This long X-Acto blade seems to be working just fine for me. I mean, if you've got some other tool you'd rather use for this, that is all you. But this works great for me, and in fact, I've gotten pretty efficient at it, and I don't even need to make second passes anymore. I can just cut and go. It's a super fast process once you get used to this. And I'm actually going to build a couple cabinets in the Astro, and I've got a couple more I've got to do in this van. So yeah, as I've been going through this process and getting this stuff done, I've been liking it more and more and more. Okay, so here we go. We got it all together. We just used toothpicks to hold it all in. Much easier and surprisingly much more sturdy than tape. So we still need to trim these ones down in the front, but this is basically how it's all gonna go together. So yeah, she's got some little IKEA containers. Oh yeah, crazy. Super lightweight and portable.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we can stick all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe even fit 2 of them in there.
Well, there's a smaller one, just like this, but fully square.
Mm-hmm.
We can just do one of these, and then a square in front of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
Like this.
So we're finding out that, well, first things first, it's much easier to do this. Let's start with a simple cabinet and try to do like the biggest, most complex one first. That's definitely something I wish I would have thought of. And second off, it's easier to do this outside of the van than inside of the van. So we got the measurements and everything where we're going to attach it to the wall, but where we're going to attach all the cabinets together and the doors and everything, we're going to, why am I still holding this? We're going to do inside because there's just so much more room. You don't have to bend over and everything. So we're bringing everything in here. Oh man, learning curves. I hope you guys can learn from my mistakes a little bit. Whew.
Oh my God! Kill it with fire!
It's just a stink
Kill
bug.
it!
It's just a stink bug.
Kill it! Step on it! Set it on fire! Something! Glue it to the wall! Kill it with the glue!
It's just a little stick bug, look.
Kill it! It's for time lapse.
Mine's not a time lapse anymore.
It's not?
No.
It's a regular one?
Yeah. Alright guys, so now we're gonna start gluing and screwing these things together. Some of them we won't, but like this cabinet right here, we definitely are going to do that right now. So the directions on the Gorilla Glue bottle say to wet the surface first. So I got a nice little paper towel I'm going to do that with. I got gloves on, so I don't want to get the stuff on my hands. And we got, since our foam is 3/4 inch thick, we got what, 1.5 or 1 1/4? 1 1/4 inch drywall screws to hold the cabinets together while the glue dries. And we're just going to leave them in there. We're not going to take them out or anything. It'll add just maybe a little bit of extra strength. I don't know. So yeah, we're going to do that right now.
Woo!
Okay, so we used our damp paper towel and wetted down both the surfaces. Now I'm going to have my lovely assistant hold this while I drop some Gorilla Glue on it. Hold it up here, please. Over the surface. Thank you. You don't need to go too nuts with this stuff. I put way too much on this side and not enough on that side. So I'm going to solve that and stick this on like this. Smear it around. Okay, like that.
Okay.
Hold it real tight like that.
And that's a perfect 90-degree angle.
Mm-hmm. Drill is way too much for this, I think. And John used a screwdriver to do this. All we're really doing is clamping it in. I'm not going to go too tight because I don't want to risk stripping out this this foam. It's pretty soft. I'm going to do one end and then the other. I'm just going right here. This Gorilla Glue dries best when it's clamped down, so that's the purpose for this. I'm going to get one right here, and then another one about right here. Okay, there are two spots where I mess up. The first one is this screw right here came through, so I didn't get it in. So I've got to go on and correct that because it'll help clamp everything down. The second is down here. This cut was kind of at a curve, so I've got to come in with some Gorilla Glue and fill that in. The Gorilla Glue expands, so it'll completely fill that channel in and strengthen it quite a bit. And when I set this thing, pull it back so it's just on me, please. Thank you. And so when I set this thing down to dry, the Gorilla Glue's still wet, so it's kind of running. So according to what John told me in the previous video I made of how to build these things, when he showed me how to do it, it won't make a difference, but I'm going to just set this so that the glue runs back instead of towards the front, because that might end up being a cosmetic issue that I don't want to deal with. And it seems like if it's on the back, if there's like a bulbous you know, growth or whatever of glue dried up on the back, I won't care. I won't even have to cut it, so it might be faster. So I'm just going to set it up with the front facing up. All right, everybody, so we got this one done. We ended up adding a reinforcement right here and down here. It doesn't seem like it would do much, but it holds this thing apart, and if anything, it will help this thing dry nice and straight and flat and square. But this is done. We got Gorilla Glue all over the place, all over this table. It's everywhere. It's dripping off. This stuff expands 3 times the size or something like that, I think it says on the bottle. And also, it takes 24 hours to dry, so we're not going to be able to do the paint and screen tonight. I think it's 24 hours. I don't know. It's a while. Doing this does take longer than the wood, but that's mainly because you got to wait for things to dry. Instead of the wood, you just get the measurements. You get templates if you want templates. If not, you just measure it and cut it, and that's it. So far, it seems like I'm really familiar with wood. I've worked with wood a lot, so that's way faster for me. But it seems like if I had never done wood, if I'd never used wood before, and I'd never done foam before, they'd probably take about the same amount of actual man hours. And I think the foam might be quicker. And one of the huge benefits is I don't need any power tools at all. I could do all this by hand. I could do this in a park if I wanted to. I could do this anywhere, even a parking lot if I found one that I didn't feel like I was being like a total douchebag in doing it in. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is going really well so far. So we're going to pull out the amps and make sure that the next cabinet part that we build is going to work around those amps, or at least the speaker cabinet and the amp. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. Still got a lot of work to do. This is a lot of work. Alright guys, so we're having trouble, we're done with all of these. We're having trouble keeping these legs down here square, so we're adding these little support bars in here, mainly just to help it dry, to help the legs dry square, but they'll add a little bit of strength later. So we're actually gluing them in and leaving them in. I thought about just screwing them in just temporarily while this thing dried to keep the legs square, but you know, it's just a little bit added support, so why not? Why not? And they'll be out of the way too. They're not going to interfere with anything. But other than that, we are going to wait until tomorrow to put in the wood pieces and make that another video. And the reason for that is we can just have one video about connecting all the different pieces together, and how we're going to connect it all to the van, and we can actually show that in one video, because a lot of people had that question on my previous videos about the foam cabinets. And also, we're going to go get a chop saw tonight, and it'll be too late to use it, just because it's getting late here. And the other thing is, what is the other thing? There's another reason why. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm sorry to cut you off. This video is getting really long. So we're actually just going to leave it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time. Love yourself. And do something nice for somebody. And yourself. Woo!
I don't have a long tongue.